Hello, welcome to this video lecture series. This is your teacher, Professor Nirmal Kumar Swai, Department of Library and Information Science, Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak. So we are developing couple of videos for you as supplement for your syllabus for exam preparation, so you can use all these videos whenever you require, and it will be available in different platforms. So we are discussing the paper technical writing and communication skill. Technical writing and communication skill. So so now we'll discuss thesis, PhD thesis, doctoral thesis as an example of technical writing. Okay, and just reviewing whatever we have discussed, or what are the characteristics of technical writing. So basically, characteristic of technical writing says any kind of writing for a specific purpose with suitably use of words or usage, and governed by certain rules in writing. So the thesis, PhD thesis, you must have seen, although it is very thick, so I am showing you. So such a big thesis, it has come from for evaluation to me. So this is thesis of another university. Okay, PhD thesis. So now we will look into how PhD thesis is an example of technical writing. Okay, so very simple. In PhD thesis, what is exactly the PhD thesis is? PhD thesis is an official or academic document, and required for getting a degree. Okay, that's PhD or Doctor of Philosophy. Sometimes we call it doctoral degree. Okay, so it is required. What is supposed to contain this? Because as is a document, any document, you are a student of library and information science, any document we do talk of, documents are always documents contain the contents, the subject matter, the topics. What exactly it contains? It contains a topic in which a study was undertaken by the scholar, the PhD student. But our concern is not that. Our concern is that how does it fulfill as a technical example of technical writing, and the content is supposed to have a newness, something new, a new thesis. A thesis here meaning is argument, a new kind of knowledge you are claiming through this. For that you are getting a PhD degree, so you will be called doctorate in that subject. Okay, so the content is supposed to be something new or newness. Okay, and which is not claimed by others before, not fully. Okay, so what you are claiming is something new, so that is not done by any other scholars. So on that basis you are getting a PhD degree. Okay, so now our concern is that how this document, this PhD academic document is organized. Okay, organized technically, technical writing in this sense, because this contains many elements, many elements, like we have a books. Okay, book, we have a half title page, we have a title page, then we have copyright page, we have a content page, we have a preface. Similarly, all these things are the elements or the parts of a thesis. So it is structured or it is organized in this way. So before that, if you look at a thesis, I mean PhD thesis, so the entire PhD thesis can be divided into three parts. Okay, can be divided into three parts. I am talking about the external aspect of the thesis. Three parts. The first part is the front matter or preliminary pages, front matter, and the second is your and come to the back matter. Okay, and this front matter and back matter are also called by different names in different universities, different states, countries also. So we are trying to use a standard term, that is front matter as well as back matter. Okay, so in between is the text. In between is the text. What is text? You must have heard text, and many occasions also in my lecture I have used. Text is the matter. Whatever your content is, entire content is the text. Okay, so I am showing this big thesis. So here here the front matter, the initial pages. Front matter is initial pages, like starting from the title, and the back matter is the back pages. So how to distinguish this front matter, back matter, and front matter, back matter, and the text? How to distinguish? Distinguish is that front matter begins from the front, just after the title page. So like a book also, you have a title page here in thesis. The title page where the title of the thesis, who is the scholar, who is the author, and in the PhD student, which department is being submitted, like Department of Library and Information Science, MD University Rohtak. So it's given. Okay, then we have different sequences. Okay, so remember in the first part, whatever we write in Roman pages, like pagination. So Roman pages, I, double I, triple I, like this only. So that is an indication of the front matter. Okay, front matter or preliminary pages. Another indication of the front matter is that just after the front matter pages, so immediately your chapter 1 begins. Chapter 1 means the text begins, or the body of the thesis, main body, or we text, sometimes we call it, but we will be referring text as the standard term. Okay, so there, from the text onwards, the pagination will be Indo-Arabic, what we call English 1, 2, 3, like this. So Indo-Arabic. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, like 10, whatever pages, normally 200, 150, 250, like this, depending upon which discipline, like science, social science, humanities. Normally in humanities you find less number of pages, because they doesn't contain any data collection, data analysis, or data tables. So in social science and science thesis, so we have data tables, data graphs, and like this. Okay, so distinction you clear. The front matter is that whatever pages you write, so it is written in one I, double I, triple A, like this. And in your second, the text 1, 2, 3, like from chapter 1 until the end of the chapter, whatever, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, number of chapters you have. So then the the back matter begins. Back matter, like you have index, you have a bibliography, you have appendix also. Okay, you have appendix also. So appendix means the like questionnaires. Sometimes suppose you are doing research in history, then you have maps and then illustrations. So different, all these will be sequenced at the back matter. But back matter pages Sometimes people say that traditionally both front matter and back matter used to have Roman pages IIII, and that is continued in the back matter. Only text is in your 1, 2, 3 Indo-Arabic, but due to certain region, so only in practice these days, the thesis, doctoral thesis, the front matter is your front matter is your written in Roman, or written in Roman, and so as many as pages, maybe 9 or 10 IXX like this, and the back matter continued with succeeding chapters 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So we don't change into Roman pages. It continued with English letters, English numbers like okay. So in practice we do. So now again coming to the front matter, what exactly the items or the elements of the front matter. So like you have a title page, then you have your a certificate from the PhD student, then certificate from the research supervisor, then you have acknowledgements also, acknowledgements, and then you have sometimes a preface also sometimes, but acknowledgement is enough, and last one is table of contents, and sometimes people give dedication to my parents, dedication to my God, to all the, sometimes dedication page is also included. So I am discussing about the front matter in your, while submitting your thesis, these front matters contents like this. So what exactly the language of these pages in the front matter? One is your like certificate from the student. Student will say, or undertaking, a kind of undertaking. It's a set language. I cannot write it, like other things. Only whatever prescribed by university, you write accordingly. So like you say that whatever is written by me only, or not copied or not plagiarized like this. And the author, the supervisor, I mean guide sometimes we call it, or her. So give another certificate like, to best of my knowledge, this student has written new very honestly, sincerely, and this work has not been published anywhere. So this certificate from the supervisor side. Then you have acknowledgements also, like you acknowledge your friends, your teachers, normally family, friends, and in your like in social science and science, in special social science, suppose you go to data collection to the field, there you might have contacted many people. They must have helped you in filling up the questionnaires. Then so accordingly you also thank them. So all these names, and also normally teachers, family members, and your professionals from whom you receive the help. Then you have a table of content, TOC, or simply content page. Content page like your book. So chapters, chapter page ranges, chapter 1, chapter 2, normally 5 to 6 chapters are there in a PhD thesis. So chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So you write page range also. Chapter 1 is 1 to 40. So that means your chapter 1 is your 40 pages. Chapter 2 is your review of related literature, review of literature. That is 41 to something. But in between also annotated content page is given. Like you pick up certain important headings from your chapters, then you write it like this. So that has become new trend also. So this table of contents. So table of content is the last element of your front matters pages. All are written in Roman, IIII, like this. So coming to the body of or text of the thesis, like whatever, if you are writing in physics, chemistry, education, or political science, history, library science, or any. So chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 to 6 chapters normally. So chapter 1, chapter 2 like this. So all chapters are the known as a text. Okay, text. So this is what, and what is we are discussing the external part. In next lecture we will discuss about the internal part of the PhD structure. Okay, how a thesis looks like, or internally, especially in the text. Text is very important to understand, dear students. So then, okay, then come to, once the text is over, the last part of your lecture, I mean the chapter is over, then go to those back matter pages. In back matter, if you don't have anything, at least bibliography will be there. At least bibliography will be there. And sometimes you are doing research in history, probably the Mughal period, the Ashoka period. So many maps will be would be attached during this period. The Indian map was, Greater India was looking like this. So now India is looking like this. So this way the maps will be there. Suppose you have collected data through questionnaires, so you attach questionnaires also. If 2-3 types of questionnaires, then all the questionnaires. So we call these back matters under a category that is appendices. If it is one only, appendix singular, and appendices like 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, and bibliography is at the end. At the end, if no element is there, only bibliography is there at least. And if other elements are there like maps or sometimes index is not written normally, but if index is given, well and good. And then at the end, that is your bibliography. Okay, so this is what the structure of a thesis, external structure of a thesis. Okay, so before concluding, for you this this is a technical, under this technical writing we taught this paper, I mean thesis, the parts of thesis. Next lecture will talk about how these internal parts, especially the text, is important. What does it contain? The text contains. What do you find in the text? Apart from the topics written, there are other things also found. Is very important for dear students for PhD, understanding a PhD thesis. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like my channel. Bye bye.